So I think one of the things that I'm going to spend a lot of time doing today on some of these different activities is talking about the value of them. And I just want to say at the outset that what I invite people to think about and talk about, and you'll hear a lot from me, is this notion of soft skills, which are skills that are going to come in handy for your students, your children's education and professional life, no matter what the world looks like in 10 years. And I don't know that too many of us know what the world is going to look like in 10 years. And so I'm going to keep coming back to those as I talk about these activities as Chris invites me to. But for now, I will just say that it's really good to meet you. And I'm so excited that we may get to work with so many of your students.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Matt. Thank you, Matt. So at the beginning, I will introduce our first course, it's for the Scholastic competition. The slides is in Chinese, so I will just talk to Chinese to the parents. 这个我们今年夏天的第一个课程，从6月份开始呢，是这个有关 Scholastic 的写作竞赛的课程，它是专为青少年设计的美国非常高的含金量的写作竞赛之一。那么也是为每年的写作和艺术爱好者提供20多种不同范畴的这个文体的写作。那么呢，这个学生们呢，7到12年级的学生呢，提交在这个29个不同门类别的艺术与写作分类当中，那么基本上每年平均呢是会有3万件的艺术作品和写作作品进行提交。那首先呢，这个比赛的时间是从9月开始，一直到12月结束。那么这也是在这个期间，学生可以非常自由的去完成自己的作品，去提交自己的作品。然后呢，同时呢，就是适应的学生就是7到12年级，这个有一个地域的限制，就是美国和加拿大的学生。同时，如果是我不知道今天晚上有没有从在国内的家长或者是孩子在美国上学，它同时适用于在美国和加拿大上高中的这个中国孩子也可以去参与。然后获奖的概率呢，这个就 Scholastic 比较高一点 ，Scholastic 获奖概率大概是有1%左右。根据历年统计的数据，像在2020年一共收到了33万件的写作作品，那么获奖的呢是大概有3000人左右。对，获奖作品应该是获奖作品有将近3万份。然后奖项设置呢，Scholastic 这里奖项设置其实也非常的丰富。他们首先是根据地域奖项来区分的。那么美国的每一个州都会有它的Gold Key、Silver Key， 还有 Honorable Mention， 还有 American Vision Nominee and American Voice Nominee Award。然后同时呢，还会有全国奖项。在宣布完全国奖项呢，它还会有 nationwide 的 ceremony 以及 exhibition。同时呢，获奖的学生还会获得出版的机会和 scholar 的这个和 scholarship。So I think right now I will introduce our curriculum structure. So we will divide the course to 2 modules. The first one is a group lesson. So we will have the 6 group lessons. We will introduce commentary poetry and sci-fi short story, sci-fi writing, and also critical essay. We will only focus on these 3 types of the article writing, and then we will assign the student to the teacher, Matt or paid, for one-on-one session, and the total will be like 3 sessions, and each session is 1 hour. To help the student to editing the material, editing the writing pieces. So yeah, Matt, you can just talk about why should the student take this course and accept the award, what would benefit for them.
I've been very lucky in my life, and was very lucky as a student to do a lot of writing, to attend a lot of writing workshops, and to win some essay contests that are similar to the ones that Chris is describing. And because of that, in addition to coaching speech and debate, I was able to be an instructor in very many subjects that utilized writing, and both professionally for the media and also for academics, to read a lot of essays and read a lot of stories and be able and learn how that feedback process works. And again, it is just really good for building the sort of critical thinking skills and humanities skills and what we call soft skills, as well as research skills and teaching creativity. All of these things are very marketable, but they're also very integral to academic success. And that learning how to write and how to read other people's writing in a careful and critical way makes your student part of a community of knowing and a community of communicating that studies have found are linked to all kinds of different types of success, both in their academic life and afterwards in their work life. And again, because we don't necessarily know, I mean, we could be saying, learn how to code, learn how to do this tech thing, the tech economy will do this, or it won't, or whatever. But we know that no matter what the world looks like in 10 years, writing and communication and critical thinking will allow your students not just to get by, but to be leaders in their field.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. It's really, it's really useful. We also have during the I will transfer to Chinese. So 同时其实就像 Matt 所说，其实写作不仅仅是为了这一个竞赛它对竞赛有意义。同时呢，在竞赛之外呢，学生通过不同文体的训练，通过不同题材的训练，其实在他之后的学校生活也好，在他提交这个大学申请的写的 essay 也好，甚至在之后生活工作中都会运用到那么这些相关的知识。So if parents have any question, you can type into the chat box, and we will answer certain question for this scholastic course, and then we will move on to our debate course for the summer. And at the end, we also gonna answer the questions, and also parents can turn on their mic and just ask us directly. So I'm gonna okay, and let me post here. 对，所以我也再介绍一下这个我们的课程的设置。我们的课程设置呢是从6月20号开始一直到25号，一共是有6天的时间，是从周一到周六，一共6天。然后呢是美东时间的晚上8点到9点1个小时，然后晚间的美西的时间呢是5点到6点，所以是6个小时的 group lesson。那在1对1的时间里，一共是有3个 session， 一共是有3次1对1的时间。那么总共的时间一共是9个小时。我应该回答了这个力的问题。那同时呢，我们的课程呢，因为Matt 和 Pape 的时间在夏季的时间非常有局限，因为他们今年还是要去哈佛的辩论营做老师，那所以呢，我们就只能限制在20个学生之内。那同时呢，我们在9月份的时候呢，也会重新再开一个同样的课程。那么我们会在7月份公布这个秋季课程的时间和安排。那么我们的课程呢，其实我刚才说了，我们分3个地方，从 poetry， 从这个 sci-fi 的撰写，第2个呢是 sci-fi 的撰写，然后第3个呢是一个那个 critical essay 的这个 critical 文章的撰写。那么分这3类，也是我们今年比较 focus 的3个主题。那么学生呢可以选择一个领域来进行书写，然后呢，或者是学生提交3篇文章，然后在每一个1对1的时间里找老师单独修改每一篇。然后呢，或者是学生就是说，我就 focus 在一篇这个 critical 的文章，或者是一篇 sci-fi 的 short article， 或者是我就 focus 在 poetry 中边，也可以。我们这个3次的1对1时间都可以去打磨这一个东西。那么这个具体就看学生的一个是操作能力，一个是学生自己的时间，然后呢，还有就是说学生自己的大概能大概写成，就是比如说完成的时间完成的效率什么的。因为3篇文章都要 ready， 再去找这个老师做 one-on-one 的 coach 的话，就会其实对于学生的来说压力会比较大一点。 那么不管是选择一个领域，还是2个领域，还是3个领域，我们的老师都会负责把他们去进行文章，通过这1个小时进行打磨。具体然后对我看一下，就是学生只要在美国本土，而且瑞阳已经回复了，瑞阳是我们的教务长，然后他已经会替我回复了这个几个问题。然后1%是这个1%的得奖率是 national wise 的，其实在州里面的话，其实奖项会更多，可能领奖概率会更高。我这边只看到了I mean for award rate like 1% is what I saw on their report for national wise, but I think for like state wise and also for more it will get more like the percentage will go up, maybe like 2 or 3%. Yeah. So okay, and so now I will move on to our public speaking. 这个具体上年级也是看孩子时间的安排，因为有的孩子可能一开始上学会比较忙，然后呢课外活动比较多，我们还是会比较建议呢尽量夏天去来上这个课，然后先来参赛。其实这个比赛每年都有，那么每年都有的话，其实就是都可以。然后美高的这个学生9月份上美高的话也是可以的，就是只要学生是需要在参赛的时候人在北美就可以。So OK，so 有更多的问题，家长可以还是留在留言这个板里留言，然后我也会回答。OK，so now I will talk about our like public speaking and debate courses. So we divide. So for WasteWise, we divide the course into 3 levels: foundation course, intermediate course, and the private competition training. That's what we offer right now. So we feel on this route is it's gonna be help the student to achieve their award, to achieve their like achieve like a higher successful on the debating and either NSDA or Harvard invite tournament. So for foundation course, basically is so our foundation course is a 15 hours course, and it's generally going to talk about like what's the debate and also what's public speaking and the skills, training the skills, give the students a general idea of what it's going to look like, and also give them student general idea like what is like a Lincoln Douglas tournament, what is Lincoln Douglas style, and what is another all different kinds of debates. For intermediate course, we're gonna bring more training into the course, like the students to keep training to themselves. We're gonna separate the group for the students and allow them to do the debate. And then we will have the private competition training, because Matt and Pape, they both working in the Harvard debate summer workshop. So they have a lot of experience, and also they're both working in NSDA as a judge. So they have a lot of experience, and they're gonna train. If students want to attend any like a big national-wise debate tournament, I think Mr. Pape and Matt gonna provide a really good help, a really good coaching, and they can training the student before the debate, before the tournament, and then give them like a really good prepare. So, and also for our course, if any student wants to skip the foundation course, we will recommend the student to record like a 2 minutes debate video. Please contact our WeChat assistants, so we can give you the topic or the question to the student, and the student will record like 2 minutes debate either side. They can the student can choose either side to debate these things, and the teacher gonna review the videos and then decide if student need to take the foundation course or intermediate course. So that's general information about our about Waste-Wise public speaking and debate courses. And so for Matt, so how important of learning public speaking and debate for your experience? Yeah.
Well, I'll try to keep this not too long, but you can talk all night, literally, about the benefits of debate. I guess the first thing to say about it, and the most important thing, is to say that there's about 100 years of quantitative research on the relationship between student participation in debate and academic achievement in school in all different courses and disciplines across the curriculum, cross-curricular success. It means that students who debate, their grades go up. Students who debate, their test scores go up. Their speech communication and writing skills and research skills all increase. And they also get to meet students from other schools and instructors from other schools, including colleges and universities, even when they're younger than that, which means they also get great networking. It is simply the most academically beneficial extracurricular activity that there is. And the first thing that I tell students when they begin debate is I tell them that debate is a kind of game. It's a kind of game. It's a competitive game of minds and speaking and research between different students. And I also tell them that it is a game that is very similar to many of the games that they enjoy playing already, because there is a sense of adventure and competition and a sense of passion and a sense of getting to read about things and learn things that they would never otherwise do. And what happens with that, because it's a game, is that it incentivizes them, because they want to win the game, it incentivizes them to build all of those habits. So where if your kid is not doing that, then you sometimes feel like you have to, kind of tell them, look, you need to read more, or you need to practice this thing more, or you need to show up, for this supplementary course or different things like that. And they might not want to do it. They don't necessarily have a personal incentive to do it. But you tell them that reading and practicing and learning and listening and attending class and all of those things is likely to make them win a competition. They'll say, oh, okay, well, then I have some inner motivation to do some things that, students don't necessarily always have the inner motivation to do. And so competition in debate and speech rewards the things we want students to learn anyway. Competition rewards them doing the things that we want them to do anyway, and that means they have an incentive to want to do them. I saw that some people were talking about awards and how many awards you win in the when we were talking about the writing, and I want to talk about that with respect to speech and debate, because what I like to tell people is that you want to have enough awards and enough prizes that it keeps people coming back and it keeps them trying and building their confidence. But of course, you don't want to, have everyone win everything all the time. And one thing that is true about the debate circuits in junior high and high school and college is that there are plenty of competitions, and that at those competitions, there are a fair number of awards given for students that end up with winning records, end up with better than winning records. It's kind of graded along the way, the awards you win, but there's enough to keep students coming back and feel like they're being rewarded for their effort. But it's still there's still a big prize to win at the end of the day, that national championship or that national qualification that they can aspire to as sort of their big dream. And so it's sort of the best of both worlds, not too much awards, but enough to keep them coming back. Along the way, they learn all of these academic skills. And again, there's data and research that backs that up. But they're also learning a bunch of really important things they might not learn in their other classes. In their other classes, they may never be required to listen to and respond to other people's research or arguments. Debate is really one of the only activities that forces students to be interactive and also to think holistically or dialectically about sort of the entire subject matter and not just learn the minimum that they need to learn to get by through the course. And also to learn how all of these issues are interconnected, are connected together. And that holistic thinking, again, goes back to what we were talking about before with soft skills and skills in the arts and humanities that are those tiebreakers when everybody else knows how to do the hard tech skills. The ones who also know how to be leaders and thinkers are the ones that come from debate. And Chris had asked to talk about success stories in that. And the only problem is there's so many of them in my own life since I've been, I was a debater as a student, as a kid, and then I, went all the way through high school and college doing it, and then as a career. So I've known hundreds and hundreds of debaters, whether I've debated against them or with them or coached them. And one of them is, one of them was recently the policy advisor for the governor of our state. One of them that I've known for many years worked in the United States State Department. One of them was in a presidential cabinet, served in a cabinet of as an assistant to a cabinet member of the President of the United States. Countless CEOs, countless entrepreneurs who have started their own startups, and beyond that, more lawyers and professors and professional researchers and consultants than I could possibly count. And in fact, I would have a hard time telling you who did not end up in the upper echelons or the upper levels of professional and political and legal life here in the United States or in other countries where I've coached, such as Iraqi Kurdistan or Korea, who did not end up in incredibly important and powerful positions of leadership. But more than that, they also end up being really good people, because one thing that debate teaches you how to do is listen. And in fact, one of the most important things about succeeding in debate is the ability to listen critically and listen carefully to what other people are saying. Now, I'm a parent of 3 kids, and I can tell you that if there was some way that we could encourage our kids to listen more, we would want to do that, right? Who doesn't want their kids to be better listeners? And again, because you are more competitively successful when you listen hard and when you think critically in debate, then it incentivizes them to do that. And so on top of everything else, debate and speech make people into better listeners. And I think that alone would be a reason why we would want to consider their participation in it. So that's a lot, but if people are interested in some of those hard studies and in some of those dissertations on the critical thinking and academic effects of debate, I would be happy to provide Chris with a bibliography of those studies, because they are quite powerful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Matt. So I saw a lot of parents have a question about our debate. Later, I will talk about the writing competition again. But for right now, we focus on the public speaking and debate course. So I will talk about our structure of the course. So okay, I will use Chinese. They may be better. 所以我们的这个演讲课程呢是分为三个级别的。那么最开始的就是 foundation course， 就是我们最基础的课程，就是 public speaking and debate foundation。那么这个课程呢是针对的是没有任何经验、没有任何演讲辩论的演讲辩论的这些经验的学生来说，他们只是接触。然后呢，课程一共15个小时，每次是1个半小时的课程。那么学生老师有一部分讲，然后呢，学生有一部分进行练习。那么在这个过程中，学生不断的去分组进行 debate， 或者是由自己去做 research 之后，再进行一个演讲 PPT 的宣讲。那么这个是在 foundation course 里面进行的。那么到了中级的 intermediate course 呢，他们就会更多的接触到不同类型的 debate 的方式。这个 我们的 intermediate 级别的课程叫做 intermediate debate， 所以它是更关注在 debate 的课程内的。那么也是更关注可能每个不同类别的 debate， 比如说像 Lincoln Douglas， 还有刚刚在那个chat box 里有人提问说 Congressional 这个 debate， 我们都会涉及这些不同的主题以及不同的问题。同时，我们 debate course 里面所有辩论的问题都是从 NSDA 每个月最新的这个议题拿到来，然后给学生最新的这些问题需要辩论讨论的问题进行这个指导。然后到了更高一级别就是 private competition training， 我相信如果理解这个如果就是自己家孩子有在参加辩论的或者说有在参加比赛的家长，其实应该知道辩论这个东西呢，每个学校都有。同时呢，去参加任何的美国国家级别的竞赛呢，它都需要以学校为单位进行报名。不管 NSDA， 像 NSDA 它也是从学校进行报名，然后呢去到 state 去进行比赛 ，state 通过了呢，再去到 national wise 进行比赛。同时像哈佛邀请赛等等等等，我们可以数得出来的这些非常厉害的，听起来非常重量级的这些演讲辩论的比赛呢，其实它是以学校为单位的。那么就需要学生在这个学校里的 debate team， 或者是学生自己已经在学校组好队了。那么我们的 Matt 老师和Pep 老师都会进行 private 这种1对1或者1对多的这个竞赛，因为也是根据不同的 debate 的形式，因为有些 debate 它只需要一个人一个人，像 Lincoln Douglas， 那么像这个 Public Forum， 然后那另一种呢，可能就是需要更多的学生参与的，那我们就会有1对多的课程。那么不同的人数呢，我们的收费也是不同，所以我也没办法给出一个非常全面的这个价格的这个事情。然后呢，很多家长也提到了说，我的孩子已经在上演讲辩论比赛了，已经在上演讲和辩论的课程了，那有一定的基础。那么这个基础到底够不够参加我们中级班的课程？那么在这里呢，我也统一答一下，就是我们会希望我们的老师会Pep 老师也好 Matt 老师也好，会给学生们一个问题，需要学生们录一个2分钟的视频，学生可以自己随意选择一个方向，那么去进行辩论。那么我们老师呢会根据这个视频来去判断孩子们到底水平够不够这个中级的课程，然后呢，最终呢会跟学生最终会跟家长和学生沟通，然后说合适和不合适的这个状态。如果不合适，那我们还是会建议从 foundation 开始。但是我知道很多孩子，就是很多家长的孩子都很优秀，我们之前也有很多非常优秀的孩子，就直接其实跳级可以参加这个中级的竞赛。那我也希望就是我刚才的回答已经就是这个解释的比较清楚。So 对，然后有关我们的课程，这个大家可以看这个图片。那么这张 PPT 呢，其实就是我们的课程呢是3到6年级一个分类，7年级以上一个分类。那么针对3到6年级的学生呢，我们主要是我们针对3到6年级学生是从7月11号到7月22号，一共是10天，他每天都有这个课程，每次课程是1个半小时。然后针对7年级以上也是同一个时间段。那么它是从8点15到9点45开始，这是我们在这个初级辩论课的时间。然后同时呢，我们现在也在这个算是一个早鸟价吧，我们有一个10%的优惠。 那么15个小时一共是539.1块，然后链接待会我也会发到 chat box 里面。另一个呢就是我们的这个中级的辩论的，对，同时我也说我们每个班的学生不会超过12名，是为了保证每个学生都能得到练习，每个学生都有参与，同时呢老师呢也能照顾到每个学生。基本上我们一堂课不管是 Pep 老师也好，还是 Matt 老师也好，至少会有2个老师出现。我可能正在上我们今年课程的这个家长可能会知道说我们还有其他的老师会来，就是偶尔 Pep 老师实在太忙了，那我们会有其他的1-2个老师会加入，然后来进行这个课程的辅导。然后同时呢，也尽量都会照顾到每组同学。我们的课程上呢，也会把学生分成组，那么12个人正好会分为3组，那每组4个人，这4个人就可以变成正反2方，然后去做这个 debate。然后呢，或者另一种方式呢，就是我们如果讲到了这个 public speaking 的时候，那就是每个学生出来对他自己的这个研究，然后对他自己的 research， 然后来做一个小的宣讲。那么也会有时间限制，老师呢也会提供指导。我们对于这个演讲辩论课程还是通过不断的练习，然后带着学生们去体验这个最新的 NSDA 的题目，然后呢以此呢来帮助学生提升自己。那么同时呢，除了我们课上这些小型的练习之外，我们呢现在还和这个叫 ISSDA，之前可能有些家长了解到，就是正在上课的这些孩子们，他们有参加过我们这个算是一个非营利组织和我们和 ISSDA 合作的每个月的一个演讲竞赛，演讲和辩论竞赛。那么竞赛之中也涉及到演讲，同时还有 public forum， 还有 Lincoln Douglas 这个3类的不同类型的演讲。那么大概我们每次呢还会给1、2、3名都发一个小小的奖励，有一个亚马逊的 gift card。那么也是调动学生的积极性。那么同时呢，我们也要求每一个参加我们课程的学生都去参加 ISSDA 这个每个月举办的，参加1到2次吧，这个 ISSDA 每月举办的这个比赛。那么不断的通过这个比赛呢，来算是磨练自己的这个水平，磨练自己的能力。同时，我们每次比赛也都会邀请到这个 Pep 老师作为我们的judge，然后来给学生一个点评。那么学生在这个过程中其实又不断的练习。那么我们说演讲也好debate 也好，最重要的其实是在练习上。那么技巧其实大家学的都相似，但是练习是最重要的。那么学生只有通过不断的练习，才能在正式的学校的比赛中也好，还是在这个 NSDA 的比赛，还是在哈佛邀请赛的之中的比赛，都会得到比较好的成绩。那我们中级的课程就是也是分3到6年级和7年级以上，我们还是把初中和小学的学生分开。然后因为我们也开了也开了1年的课程了，我们针对高年级来说呢，高年级可以先报名，然后呢高年级的话，如果我们能凑够一整个班，至少是6名学生，我们就可以再专门给9年级以上的学生再开一个班。但有的时候很多9年级以上的孩子就是已经忙到很多9年级的孩子已经忙到就是不太有时间来去做 debate 了。那我们就可能就学生生源比较少，那我们就会合到这个和7年级以上的同学，初中生、高中生会一起进行辩论。那么在课上我们也会进行这个分组。So yeah, I think that's most we want to talk about today. And yeah, if you have I saw it's called ISSDA. I will. Yeah, this is we work with a nonprofit organization like it's ISSDA is a student lead debate public speaking nonprofit organization. WISWISE work with them, so they're gonna organize the debate tournament each month. So the next one I think is May 28th. So they're gonna have a little bit tournament. Also, we will post it into the group chat. So yeah, we will post the information into the group chat. And yeah, wait a second. So if parents have any question, please you can let me change this. You can unmute yourself and ask a question to the Matt or to me, and we both gonna be answer the questions. Yeah, or leave the text in the chat box, so we will answer whatever include the